Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
This is Jan from Palm Garden, and Thursday, March 30th, Doctor's Day. It is with great appreciation for the tireless dedication and professionalism of all the doctors we work with to celebrate and honor them on Doctor's Day. Right, Jennifer?
Right, Jan. And as the Executive Director of Palm Garden, I would like to single out our own wonderful medical directors, Eladio Diegas and Sid Clevenger. So we wish them a happy Doctor's Day on March 30th, and thank you from Palm Garden.
The entire world watched. They watched each step down the rungs of that small ladder, one after another, and waited with great anticipation for that last step.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
At that moment, humanity saw the impossible become the possible. And today, the sky is not the limit. Achievement. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome to the Renewal Home Show, bringing you expert advice for home improvements and energy efficiency. And now, here's your host, Jared Mellick.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Renewal Home Show. Hi, my name is Jared Mellick, and I'm joined today by Chelsea Rakuzik. She's the Director of Marketing for Renewal by Andersen of Central Florida. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for having me.
We have a jam-packed, exciting show today that you're not going to want to miss, along with a special that Renewal by Andersen is giving just to our listeners. You're not going to want to miss it on today's show. Hi, my name is Jared Mellick, host of this program. Thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it. We are talking all about windows today, and specifically about Renewal by Andersen. There's a lot of stuff that we want to get to, so we're going to get right into it. Okay, so I've heard now about this Fibrex material. What exactly is it?
Sure. So Fibrex material is taking the best of both worlds, so the best of vinyl and the best of wood, and combining it together into one product. So it's 60% thermopolymer and it's 40% wood fiber. And then at our corporate location, they have this giant machine that takes both of those and puts them together, and it extrudes it out at the end with whatever color option you choose from what we have available. And it comes out into the Fibrex material. So the benefits of it is it doesn't warp, crack, fade. You don't have to paint it, no sanding. It is maintenance free, and it's a lot more energy efficient than anything that's out there on the market right now.
Now, here in Florida, historically, people knew about aluminum windows. Mm-hmm. People knew about wood windows. People knew about vinyl windows. And a lot of times, if you ask people before they'd heard about Fibrex, they would have said that vinyl is the best option. But I don't think most people realize that there is a whole nother option other than what they're used to hearing about.
Right, they don't. The biggest thing that I hear, especially in the Florida area, is there's a lot of people who are upset with wood. We live in a place where there's a lot of moisture in the air, so the wood eventually will rot. It requires a lot of maintenance. They have to sand it or repair it or stain it. With vinyl, it expands and contracts a lot with the differing temperatures, and a lot of people aren't aware of that. And with that, you can have a lot of seal failure in your glass. So the windows won't last you as long, and Fibrex is just that alternative to the products that are out there that give you the best of both worlds, like we said before, but it's 2 times stronger. It lasts a lot longer. It reduces the landfill waste because you have to replace it a lot less. So there's a lot of other benefits to it than what other companies can bring.
Now, with wood, we see that a lot of nice homes in Florida, a lot of the more affluent areas do have a lot of wood windows. And the thing about wood windows is that they're gorgeous. They really are pretty until you get close and you notice that there's all kinds of rot.
Right. And I'm from the Midwest originally, so there is wood windows everywhere you look. Everyone wants that look of wood windows. They love the additional beauty that it can bring to the interior of your home. Now, we do have a wood product or a wood interior looking. So it is our Fibrex material, but then we put kind of like a veneer wood over the top. It is stainable, so we can give you that wood look to the inside of your home to fit your needs, but it's not actually a full solid wood window.
Now, the problem with wood is that when it's exposed to the elements, especially here in Florida, if you have wood outside, it is going to rot. And now it just depends on, how much sun exposure it gets and how much moisture it has. But eventually, if it's wood and it's outside, it's going to rot in Florida. So Andersen came up with the Fibrex material, right? And the main purpose was that they were trying to discover, how do we have a wood window that doesn't rot?
Right. So they had been working on the product for about 10 years before they released it to the market. They wanted to make sure that when they released it, it was a product that would test and beat all tests and beat all other products that are available. And they're still testing it to this day. A lot of people don't know that Renewal by Andersen actually has 6 different testing sites throughout the nation testing the Fibrex material. So they have it in locations like Arizona, Alaska, in the Midwest, they're testing it. So they have a location everywhere across the nation that has different climates so they can see how well the Fibrex material withholds. And they actually just pulled out windows that had been installed for 20 years, and they did all the testing. The research and development wanted to see how it had lasted after 20 years of installation, after Minnesota winters, after the sun beating on it. And it was just as good as the day they had put it in. They didn't have to do any maintenance on it. The glass still held. There was no painting, no warping, no cracking. So we are proud to stand behind that 20-year claim and the warranties that we have behind the product.
So Renewal by Andersen specifically is the window replacement division of Andersen Corporation. And Andersen has been around a long time.
They have been around a long time, since 1903. So being the replacement division of Andersen Windows, we bring that brand that people can trust. You can go to our manufacturing plants in Minnesota. So we're made right here in the USA. It's a very great thing to be proud of. And we're just happy to be the one start to finish process of the Andersen brand. There's nowhere else that can provide service the way that we do.
Now, Andersen set out a number of years ago. Andersen is just known as quality, right? I mean, they just, when you think Andersen, you think quality. And they primarily focused on the new construction market.
They did.
And what they noticed is that they were starting to have times where they would have to replace windows. And so there just wasn't a good process to be able to replace a window in existing opening. Now, the thing is with new construction, when you're building a building, you can make those openings whatever size you want. So, for example, when they would make a window opening, they could make it a 2-foot by 3-foot opening. The window was made specifically to go inside that opening. You could standardize. You only needed to have certain standard sizes. And then the building was built for that opening, right? Well, when it comes to a replacement window, each window is different depending on the settling of the building, the size of the opening that it was really made when you remove the old window. So because of that, there just wasn't a great way to take a standard size window and put it into an opening that may have shifted over time. And so that's how the replacement window market was made, and Andersen set out to make it better.
Right. They saw somewhere that we weren't meeting a need for their customer. If anyone knows the Andersen brand, they know that they fall across all segments. They want to, if you have a need for your home in regards to window and door replacement, we want to fill that need. And the replacement division was definitely one of them. They saw that they had a lot of customers who 20, 25 years later now needed a new window and door put into their home. They were staying in their home. And so they wanted to be able to offer them the quality product that Andersen has. And so that's when the replacement division came along. And it's a great story if you want to look it up. how they created the Fibrix product, how they stood behind it, how they tested it out, their first installs, and then how we've grown to be the size that we are today with over 110 different locations, meeting the needs and trying to keep the process a lot more simple for homeowners. I'm sure you've probably done some remodel projects where you don't know who to communicate to, you don't know who to talk to. You purchase from one person and now you're going through the segment of what happens next, where with Renewal by Andersen, we handle the process all the way from start to finish. So we'll come out when we do the measure. We check for things like settling. We check to make sure that the windows are square, that we're going to fit your exact openings. And then we build those windows to meet those specific needs for your home.
Well, and the great thing about Renewal by Andersen is that there is nobody else that touches it other than Renewal by Andersen. So many times in replacement windows, you have, a manufacturer, and maybe the manufacturer's a really good manufacturer, but then you have a distributor where you have to buy those windows, that whoever's going to install them has to buy them through a distributor. They can't go direct to the manufacturer. And then you have a local installer, and then he may actually subcontract it even another time, and he may get, the trim from one place and the window from another, and he may buy the windows from whoever has it on sale that week, and he may use a different manufacturer depending on what incentives they have. Whereas with Renewal by Andersen, it is Renewal by Andersen. It is the window replacement division of the Andersen Corporation. So through and through, from the initial person, when you call the phone number, guess who they work for? Renewal by Andersen. When an estimator or project consultant comes out to take a look at it, guess who they work for? Renewal by Andersen. When the installer comes, when the measurement comes and the person double checks the measurements to make sure that it's ordered correctly, it's Renewal by Andersen. When it's made in the factory, it's Renewal by Andersen. It's literally Renewal by Andersen controls the process all the way from the beginning all the way through the end.
And we're there for the installation and the warranty and any service that may come afterwards along down the line through the warranty. If you see something that may be warranty work, give us a call. We'll handle it as well. So we're your one-stop shop. The biggest thing that I've seen, I've been in the window industry for a while, is just like what you were talking about, where you purchase from one dealer, then they may have a subcontractor and then a subcontractor, is that when it does come to warranty and you've gone through the lines like that, if there's an incorrect installation and it's not done well, or they remove something on the window that shouldn't have been removed, then unfortunately, sometimes your warranty won't cover that if you had a faulty installation through a subcontractor who wasn't that specific dealer. And that's somewhere where we can help. With that, you don't have to worry about any of that. We handle the whole thing, and then we're here to follow through after the job. And we just want to see how things are going. We'll even follow up a little bit after to see how you're loving your new windows and doors.
Now, speaking of loving windows and doors, you guys have a special and incentive right now for just specifically for our listeners, right?
We do. So our special right now is 30% off your entire project when you are the first 7 callers that call in. So we do have a phone number for them to call at. It's 888-713-7210. Or if you want to check out some more information and find out where we're located at, or if you want to do some research, you can visit our website at renewalbyandersen.com. And Andersen is S-E-N at the end. So renewalbyandersen.com.
So this is this is only for our listeners, right? This it's not available. You can't Google this and figure it out. You can't go anywhere else. Like literally, this special is only for our listeners here at the Renewal Home Show.
It is. It is only for the listeners, the first 7 callers who call off of this show that we're doing. You're not going to be able to find this offer anywhere else. It's not in any print ads. It's not on the internet. It's not anywhere. You have to just give us a call and you get that offer.
And you have to dial this specific phone number. It's 888-713-7210. Again, 888-713-7210. And don't wait to call because it's only the first 7 callers that actually get this special. Yep. And this isn't just 30% off just the first window or the second window, and it's not just 30% off just the material itself. It's the material, labor, everything. It's the entire order.
Yep, everything, the entire order. So make sure to give us a call. We never have an offer come through like this. We're just trying to, help the customers out there that really need it, get them interested in window replacement and really understand that there is a need. And the 30% off the entire project, it does not come around often, if at all. So take advantage of it while you can.
And again, the number 888-713-7210. Again, 888-713-7210. You can visit their website, renewalbyandersen.com, but in order to get the special, you have to dial that exact number. So get a pen and paper. Write it down right now, 888-713-7210. And before the end of the show, we'll give that phone number out another time. Yep. So how do people know whether or not, now we know that Fibrex is better, right? We went through that. We know that it's basically it looks like wood except it doesn't rot. But how do people know whether or not they should replace their existing windows? Like if they're just driving around right now, they're listening to us on the radio, and it's settled. Fibrex is better. Renewal by Andersen makes the best replacement window on the market. Everybody knows that, right? That part of it is already settled. But how do they know whether or not they're even in the market for replacement windows? Because it's not like somebody wakes up in the morning and says, I just woke up. I think I'm going to go replace my windows today. Like nobody says that. So no. So how do they know whether or not they should be in the market for replacing their windows?
I really wish people woke up wanting new windows and doors. That would make things a lot easier for us. But there's a lot of different things you can look for. We already talked about wood rot. So if you have wood windows, go examine your windows. A lot of people don't do a perimeter check of their house. So actually walk outside of your home. Go check the outside of your windows. See what the sills look like. Check out what all around the perimeter of your window looks like. Is there still seals? Can you see any air gaps or anything going through? Another thing that you can look for is if you're looking out your window and maybe you want to take in the nice view in your backyard, but you can't because your window's fogged over or it has kind of a dirty look, that says that there's seal failure. So somewhere in that along the line, your window had the seal let loose and all the argon gas, anything that you had in between there that's really the insulating properties of the window, it's all gone. So right now you really just have a clear window that's letting the sun in, it's letting the heat in, it's letting the dust in. One big thing for me, I replaced the windows in my home. We had aluminum windows actually, which is pretty common. And I had a lizard crawl in my house in between where the seal's supposed to be on the window. And I'm like, well, I think it's time we got new windows. I don't want lizards in my house. Yeah. And you can see that as well.
If the lizard can get in, then the air definitely can. That's for sure.
And there's benefits to replacing your windows. Yes, there's beauty and everything to it, but it also is a lot more energy efficient. So if you're getting dust or lizards in your home, or if you're seeing fogging in between your panes of glass, that means the biggest openings in your home are where your windows and doors are at. So that means that if the heat can come in, then your electricity bills are going to go up. Your air conditioning is going to be pumping all the time. So there's benefits financially to replacing your windows that can help you in the long run by cutting your energy bills.
So I want to take a few of those and dive in just a little bit more. So you had talked about, when people look at their windows and all of a sudden they see that it's foggy or it seems dirty, that actually may not be just dirt on the outside that they have to wash off. No. It's most likely something that can't be washed off, right?
Right. So if you've tried to clean your windows multiple times, inside, outside, and you still see that there, that's definitely from moisture getting in between the panes of glass. So you'll see 2 panes of glass there that are sealed. Usually you'll see a metal lining that goes along the side of it that's holding those panes of glass together. So what happens is somewhere along that line, that seal that's holding those panes of glass, it's just failed, whether it's the heat, the temperatures, age, something happened that caused that to give away, or the window rotted away, or the metal's just not holding up, or the vinyl's warped, or it's expanded and contracted so many times that there's now a gap, that argon gas filling that was in there keeping your energy efficiency and keeping all the moisture out, well, that's now gone, and now all of that's getting into your window and into your home.
Now, seal failure is actually really common with vinyl windows, really common with wood windows once they start to rot. So if you've noticed that you have a double insulated glass window, meaning that there's two pieces of glass, one on the inside, one on the outside, where there's a gas that actually helps reduce the heat transfer from one area to the other. Well, once that gas escapes, it's no longer serving that purpose. So the fact that you have a dirty window is a sign that that seal has failed.
Yep.
And now I see this not only on windows that have been around a long time, but actually I see this on vinyl replacement windows all the time. In fact, I was hearing a story about last week where a customer came into Renewal by Andersen. The windows were less than 6 months old, installed by one of our competitors. They were a vinyl window, and they already were having seal failure, and the window was less than 6 months old.
And I've heard of this all the time. It's upsetting because you're spending all this money to have a replacement project done, and it's your home. That's like your castle. So anything that you do to your home, you want to make sure that you do it right, and you do it right the first time. So to spend all that money and then still have these issues, you see it very commonly with vinyl windows because they can't handle the expanding and the contracting and the temperature changes that we see in the Florida area. It can fluctuate greatly along with the moisture and the humidity that's in the air. It just can't handle the expanding, the contracting, and then that'll just accelerate the failing of the window and the seal failure.
Now, I've seen specific vinyl manufacturers where they put in their installation methods and in their literature that it's not designed to get direct sunlight, which is crazy because if it's installed in Florida, the odds of it getting direct sunlight are pretty freaking good.
If it's on the outside of your house,
Right.
the odds of it getting direct sunlight are pretty good, unless you're having an incredibly cloudy year, which I highly doubt. But there is a lot of different things that they write in, like that direct sunlight. If there's any weather that causes the issue, there's simple things that can go against the warranty and what they promise behind their brand. And we're not going to have that when you come with Renewal by Andersen.
So one thing that they need to look at is if they're seeing that dirtiness, that's very possibly seal failure. In that case, they definitely want to call Renewal by Andersen. Another thing, wood rot. If you're seeing any sort of wood rot around your windows and doors, definitely call Renewal by Andersen. And also, if you have a single pane window,
Yes.
which it is crazy how common single pane windows are here in Florida.
I can't believe how many single pane windows there are. I honestly thought that you couldn't even make single pane windows anymore just due to safety. And then with all of the energy ratings and the way that things have changed, I'm surprised at how much single pane that I see. It's not only an energy efficiency issue, but it also could be a security issue just in regards to the fact that, say, your child hits a baseball and it goes through the window and that now you have chunks of glass all over the place. And just the quality of the window. You want to add that beauty and quality back to your home. And there's no soundproofing in a single pane glass either. So I'm sure you hear your neighbors' conversations going on next door with the single pane windows.
So a single pane really is a big pane. And so you want to get rid of those and you want to go with a nice quality Renewal by Andersen window. It's quieter. It's more energy efficient. And speaking of energy efficiency, I see so many times today people are trying to save money. They're trying to save money on their energy. So they're replacing their light bulbs with LED light bulbs. They're adding insulation to their home. They're making sure that the paint is good on the outside using light colors. They're with their air conditioner, they're replacing the filter. They're doing a more energy efficient air conditioner. Well, the thing is that windows are one of the single biggest things that you can do to increase the efficiency of your home. Understand that window and that door is literally just a huge hole in the side of the house. And if you don't fill it with a good quality, energy efficient material, doesn't matter how much good insulation you have, doesn't matter how energy efficient your air conditioner is, if your air conditioning is escaping out of that huge gaping hole on the side of your house. And so using a good quality, energy efficient window like the Renewal by Andersen window is going to save you big money in energy efficiency.
Yeah, and the one thing that we're very proud of is that this year we won the Energy Star Partner of the Year for energy efficiency in our product. So that's something that we push greatly. When it comes to putting new windows in your home, it can be a big expense, but I like to look at things as the big picture, and it can save you money in the long run in regards to your energy bills and different things that you do to your home. There also are tax benefits. There is a tax write-off. If you go in and look for the tax credit, there is one available right now, as well as a lot of the energy companies here in the area offer energy audits, and they'll do a tax credit as well for updating your windows and doors.
So you can save money, make it more durable, and look better just by replacing your windows with Renewal by Andersen windows. And again, as a special to just our Renewal Home Show listeners, Renewal by Andersen is offering a 30% savings, but you have to call right now. You have to call 888-713-7210. And again, this is only for the first 7 callers. It's 30% off your entire order, not just the material, not just the labor. It's everything included. All of the costs that it takes associated in order to replace those windows. It's 30% off the entire order, but you have to call right now, 888-713-7210. Again, 888-713-7210. And I know this has to be a limited time offer. I mean, you guys can't do this forever because 30% is a crazy number.
Yeah, it is a limited time offer. We only do it for this show. This is the only time that you're going to be able to get this offer. So make sure that you call in today as you're listening to this show. 30% off the entire project. It's unheard of. We never do an offer like this. We just want to extend it to those who are listening to us today.
And again, if you want more information on Fibrex, on Renewal by Andersen, on the Andersen product, you can visit the website renewalbyandersen.com. And again, number to dial 888-713-7210. First 7 callers get that special. And you are listening to the Renewal Home Show.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Lillian Wu. Some streets around the nation's capital shut off after an incident.
They were trying to stop this car near the Library of Congress for whatever reason. Traffic stop, could be a wanted tag, and the driver eluded them. They went down Capitol Hill, and that's why U.S. Capitol police officers fired their weapons. Again, to be clear, they did not hit anybody.
Fox's Chad Pergram, the suspect, a woman, is in custody. Capitol Police say there's no nexus to terrorism. Britain makes it official.
In accordance with the wishes of the British people, the United Kingdom is leaving the European Union.
British Prime Minister Theresa May, after her country delivered papers beginning the Brexit process, the EU Council president calling it a sad day. And a face-off in Honolulu today, a federal judge there hearing arguments on whether to extend his temporary order blocking the president's revised travel ban. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Sure, some surprises are cool. Parties. Gifts.
How did you know? I love it.
But at this point in life, your goal is to cut down on surprises. Between house, spouse, and job, you want to keep it simple. That's where Humana Dental comes in. Humana keeps it simple with plans starting at $17 a month. And anyone qualifies, regardless of age or pre-existing conditions. Humana. Simple? Yes. Surprises? No. Enroll today. Call 1-855-832-8331 for your free guide. Or go to signupforhumanadental.com. Again, plans start at just $17 a month and cover 2 cleanings and 2 checkups per year. Call 1-855-832-8331.
Insured by Humana Dental Insurance Company, Humana Insurance Company, The Dental Concern, Inc., Humana Insurance Company of New York, and Humana Health Benefit Plan of Louisiana, Inc. Waiting periods, limitations, and exclusions apply. Preventive Plus plans not available in Alaska, Hawaii, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. Rates vary by state and are subject to change.
The Ad Council.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. A deadline coming up this week on some contracts on farmers that signed peanut contracts last year. 2016 Minimax contract had a minimum price of $400 per ton, but the final date for cashing out on that contract for peanuts is March 31. Right now, the maximum amount to receive is $500 per ton, and that is the price today of those peanuts from last year. Another contract for this past year is a flex contract. That price is up to $508 per ton. It could go to $521 if the shell market price goes to 61 cents a pound. But right now, that's holding at 60 cents a pound. Shell market price this week, 61 cents a pound, according to brokers across the network. We're showing that last year, peanuts were bringing 44, 45 cents. This year, 61 cents on the shell price. The national posted price, $424. 51 cents per ton, and contracts are still available for $450 per ton for the new year. That's 2017 crop peanuts. There's a $50 premium for high oleic production and a $25 premium for production of peanut seed. So lots of activities as farmers get ready to put those seed in the ground in the next month.
Headquartered in Augusta, Georgia, FPL Food is the #1 privately owned processor of fresh beef products and ground beef selections in the Southeast. FPL Foods invites you to visit Chattel Farms to learn about their innovative vision for the cattle industry as they showcase their brand new state-of-the-art feeding facility in Reidsville, Georgia. There are exciting plans on the horizon, and they involve working with cattle producers in the Southeast. And their big event is coming up April 21st in Reidsville, Georgia. For more information, visit the event website, chattelfarmsopenhouse.eventbrite.com.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Is the internet driving business to your business? Hi,